Welcome to another writing week. Good morning, happy Wednesday. It's Wednesday, January 1st. Happy New Year. After the break that I've taken, I am starting fresh on January 1st with my writing blogs and getting back into the habit of writing. So I did something really fun. So for a treat for myself, after I finished my first draft of my book, I created a proof copy of my book. This is not the final cover and nothing set in stone, but I decided to do a copy for myself of Barefoot on the Beach. That's the tentative title, probably the title for my second book in my contract with HQ Digital. I was so excited to receive this in the mail. The formatting is abysmal, but I'm really excited to dive in this morning with about a 45-minute sprint. I'm going to read this book. I have a notebook nearby with some highlighters as well, but I really want to just read the story as quickly as I can to sort of get that first impression reader feedback in my mind and sort of refamiliarize myself with the story. I have not received any feedback from my editor yet because of the holiday, which is fine, but I wanted to get a head start and read through the book myself before I get that feedback so that I'm ready to jump right in whenever I receive that feedback. I know my developmental edit is going to be very accelerated due to pushing back the deadline a few times. So I'm gonna get started with this and I'll check in with you soon. Well, happy Monday. It's Monday, January 6th. What happened to the last 5 days? Who knows? I started the new year on a good note and then I stopped. I was expecting to get my edit letter a little sooner than I did. I'm supposed to actually get it this week. I did follow up with my editor, so I have sort of just been continuing my break. As you saw last week, I did not put up a writing vlog on Monday, but moving forward, I'm going to put them up weekly as I had before. I guess this little break has just taken a lot more out of me. I've been doing a lot of behind the scenes for my business and my YouTube channel, and that just took all my time. I've actually been sleeping in, which I haven't done in like years. I'm just taking my time with a lot of things. So tonight I'm going to be working on this again. I did notice when I did work on it last week that I was really digging into more of copy edits. I've been nitpicking words, and that first chapter that I did took about 45 minutes, and that's not what I want to do. That's not the point of this little edit. So I think I just needed to take a little bit of a step back and realize what I'm doing when I'm reading this book. Tonight I'm working with my friend Julie. We're going to work together for one writing sprint basically tonight because it is getting a little late, and I'm going to spend tonight and tomorrow, and I really want to just read through this book as if I'm a reader, ignoring the grammar issues and anything like that, any of the smaller things, sentence level stuff, and I'm just going to have a notepad, a pen, and my book and just read through it and sort of find the bigger points, because when I do this first revision with my editorial letter, I am going to be working on big picture things, not so much worrying about the sentence level stuff straight away. That's what I'm going to be doing for the rest of the night, and I will check in probably with you tomorrow because I know I'm already fading right now and I don't think I'll be able to check in later. So I'll see you tomorrow. Good afternoon. Happy Tuesday. It's Tuesday, January 7th, and you're getting a different look right now because I am making lunch, and I find that I haven't been able to update as much as I wanted to, so I figured I'll do two things at once. So apologies for all the crinkling. I will do it as least as I can. So last night I worked with a friend. We did a writing sprint. Me and Julie only did one last night. That was all I really had time for because I was pretty tired. I'm glad I did it. So I read the first 8 chapters of Barefoot on the Beach, and I wasn't as distracted as I was the first time. I was able to just really focus on the story versus focusing on editing and what I'm going to be doing with that.
So there were only a few points while I was reading that I made notes. Otherwise, I'm sort of just thinking about the story and skipping all of like the little nitpicky things that are bothering me. I feel like there's a lot of clunky sentences in this first draft, which can always be finessed. And plus, you know, if you watch my writing vlogs during NaNoWriMo, I wrote that book very fast, and it was more about getting the story out than anything. So that was great. I enjoyed reading it, and that's part of this process, and as long as I keep enjoying reading it, I think I will be okay. So I wanted to check in on that front. Today I'm going to be reading as much as I can. I really wanted to finish it today. That was my overall goal for the week, but I don't think that's possible just because based on my time. I also have to read for a book club. I'm doing a virtual book club with a bunch of writer friends, and I want to get that book done for Thursday. So I'm going to try really, really hard to split my time this week, especially today. I don't really have much this afternoon, but as I have kiddo, there is never really any guarantees for anything. I may do some reading on the treadmill, but I'm not sure. I think I can only really do reading on my Kindle. For some reason, it just never works out otherwise, and plus I get the pages all sweaty. So I'm trying to think of places where I can do my reading, but if I have to push my book until the end of the week, I still think that short amount of time of in a week span reading the book will keep it close enough to me so that I'm able to jump in on revisions. So at least I'm not reading it, you know, over a couple weeks and sort of forgetting a lot of details of the story. So I think it'll work out. I'm gonna push myself a little bit since it is just reading and not necessarily writing. My lunch is done. I'm gonna check in with you soon. On my way out the door, I realized that I had a package waiting for me, and since I have not been buying anything for myself lately, I received a nice blue package, trying not to show my address here, and I want to see what it is. So let's check it out together. Oh, from the address, I sort of know who it's from. So let's open there are two books in here. Ooh, Girls of Paper and Fire by Natasha Nyang. This was one of the books that I wanted to read last year. And I was unable to. I'm so happy to have it. This package is actually from Yin Chang from 88 Cups of Tea. I took part in a holiday swap last year, and unfortunately that person did not swap with me, so she felt really bad and wanted to send some books to me, and a year later, it's very, very sweet of her to do. So I just wanted to mention that. Thank you so much, Yen. And I'm so looking forward to this. I've heard such great things. And there's also a second book here. Oh, it's an arc. All the Stars and Teeth. Oh my God. I have been so wanting to read this book. I cannot believe I have an art copy of it. It's by Adeline Grace. It comes out in February. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Thank you so much, Ian. I so appreciate this. I need to read this as soon as possible. I definitely want to read it before it goes on sale. So it just said, oh, it's on sale February 4th. So I have a couple of weeks. I'm so excited. Such happy news for a Tuesday. Thank you so much, and I'll see you soon. Good evening. Happy Wednesday. It's Wednesday, January 8th, and it is nighttime. I just did a workout and I need a little breather, so I figured I would check in while I could. So last night I read a few chapters of Barefoot on the Beach and took some notes. I am getting back into the story, which is nice, and it's all good so far. I feel like there are a lot of line level things I need to be working on, and that comes later though, so I'm seeing the story as a whole, and I'm sort of finding bigger scenes that I could fix, but I'm really looking forward to getting my editorial letter from my editor so that I'm able to sort of take it even bigger and open the world up a little more. It's so difficult, especially in the fast way that I wrote this book, to really get distance. I think I would need a lot of time, which is why I love my editor, and I'll be able to get her perspective and sort of see the book as a whole. So I probably will just read a few chapters tonight. It's already pretty late. It's almost 6 o'clock. I have to do dinner and bath and bedtime and all that fun stuff. And I did stay up late last night finishing a book, which I never do, but it was one of those things that I just had to finish. I wanted to finish. So first book of the new year down, and I guess I'll check in with you tomorrow, and maybe I'll get my letter.
We'll see.
Hey, happy Thursday. It's Thursday, January 9th, and I am sitting on the floor because I just filmed the video. And as an introvert, even talking to myself gets exhausting. So I'm taking a little breather to talk to you. So today I didn't do anything with my book. I'm still doing more behind the scenes stuff. Obviously I filmed the video. I worked on the script, more of an outline this morning, and then I just filmed it. I am so out of practice as well. I'm getting pretty good with my setup, but it's the practice of actually, doing the video. So I don't have kiddo this afternoon, so I was able to find time, and I'm alone in my house, which never happens, so I was happy to get that done. I am still waiting on my editorial letter from my editor. I have not received it as of yet, and they're in the UK, so I'm assuming that they are already closed off for the day by now for the office. So I am just going to take advantage of being childless for the rest of the afternoon, get some stuff done that I need to get done, boring adult stuff. But it's a lot easier when you don't have someone hanging off you the entire time. So I'm gonna go, and let's cross our fingers that the editorial letter comes tomorrow, and then I can dig right back into the work. Well, good evening. It's Sunday, January 12th. It's been a few days. I did not check in because I unfortunately did not receive my editorial letter yet. It was supposed to get it by the end of last week, but I didn't. I was a bit bummed, but you gotta move on from it. Today I went to a really fun event. It was at the Westport Library. Tara Sullivan, author of Golden Boy and The Bitter Side of Sweet. She was my mentor at the Big Sur at Cape Cod last year, and she did an event about synopsis writing at the Westport Library. It was very interesting, a lot of fun. She is very entertaining to watch, and she's so sweet and so kind with her time. My critique group actually sponsored the event, so we had a little time with her after. I was so happy to see them again. I have taken a few months off during my big crazy months with NaNoWriMo and my contractor project and ghostwriting, so I'm excited to jump back into that group this year. Also, Katie was there. It was fun to see her, and Brittany as well, so it was a lot of fun today. As it always is with events with a lot of people, a lot of writers, I'm really energized at the end of the day, and I'm excited to jump in tomorrow again with work. Hopefully I get my letter. A lot of things are up in the air, a lot of things for Sunday, and I am going to relax for the rest of the evening. So if you enjoyed this writing vlog, do give it a like, hit that subscribe button and the little notification bell next to it so you know the next time I post, and I'll see you next week.